Alright, so it's Monday. I'll just go onto the daily profile, see what we have. Normally on my back testings as well, I just normally just write down what previous day did, so that gives me a thing. So first thing I'll do is we haven't closed above anywhere, so that'll be a range. So I know I'm going into Tuesday with a range. Let's play price. So all assets are above previous day's high with wick above. 6 hour, let's just look at the 6 hour. Okay, you weren't meant to see the next candle, but never mind. Let's play price. Oh mate, I had some fucking shocking news yesterday, mate. At the end of the day, I was alright in the morning. I built an app basically, right? And my business partner is trying to take the idea from me. Yeah, horrendous. Yeah. He stole the idea, and he's not only stole the idea, he's run off and done it on his own as well. So yeah. Okay, 7 AM. We've got 6 hour SMT. Let's mark the highs. Let's see what we get. See if we can get a trade. If you can see here, we're closing up towards the higher end of this range as well. So if we drop down to the M1, we'll probably find that the first candle will probably go a sweep. So let's play price. Let's see what happens anyway. Okay, yeah. So the first candle swept. So we're looking for a clear inversion or another sweep of liquidity. Let's play price. No clear inversion for me. This is not clear inversion. Alright, we've gone back up. We've taken high again. We're at 807. We've just mitigated that. I don't know why my indicator's not working as well. That should be on. What's going on here? Why is that not working? Because that should be sequential SMT, right? Okay, that's annoying me. Let's try and reload the page. Fuck's sake. Sorry, mate. Don't know what's going on here. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, here we go. Right, we've got something coming up on the screen, which is good. Okay, oh no, we're inside of a micro. There we go, that's why. Alright, new micro played. Okay, first candle broke. Looking for a clear inversion. Once we get a break up above again, we can start looking for a precision swing point. Got a precision swing point. Okay, so technically we could try and short this below this market. play price. Okay, PSP failed. All assets above. We need a new liquidity pool. All assets above. So we need a new liquidity pool. So that would be the 15-minute. Okay, so I would be looking at the 15-minute high. Oh, we've just seen what price action's done. Let's just play price. I know where the high, I know where the high is. I think I remember this. This wasn't actually an entry, but it did play out. So with all assets taken the high, I need a new liquidity pool, right? So we didn't get no price action. Was there a clear inversion? Clear inversion would have come here. Did we close through this? Let's try the next 15 minutes. What's the first 15-minute done? Okay, so that'll be XX30. Let's see if we can. No. And price just pushes away. No, that's not what we want, is it? What do we have? Range daily profile. Yeah, so we want to see stack confluence. Okay, so let's play price. What have we got here? We've got both assets have taken a high. So both assets have taken the range high or low. So I want to see another liquidity pool. So I want to see some kind of standard deviation or something like that before I take a long. Because of the sweep. Let me just look at the 90-minute quickly. Does that get swept in any? Okay. I definitely need to get better at NQ, and I've tried to pre-program my my days now, because this week I found myself a bit stretched when it comes to New York. A bit tired, not fully focused. You know, it's all about trying to build a better routine. I think that's the whole point when it comes to trading. I'm all right during the morning. I'm completely focused, but when it comes to New York, I'm finding myself I'm not as where I want to be, basically. Okay, so we got liquidity above London high. We're in a range daily profile, so we need that swept ideally to go lower. We're going into 1 o'clock, which is the time for we trade NQ. If we're going to sweep, we want to sweep both of these highs in one, and then let's see what we get. Okay. Why is it so far up there? Okay, there we go. What's that? That's going into 1 o'clock. Right, okay. So we've got the high, know what we want to see. Let's play price to 1. Let's see if assets sweep above. Okay, so we get a sweep above on YM at 103, which is okay. But we haven't swept the 6-hour high, so we haven't got multiple stacks of confluence there. So it's not something I want to take yet, unless till the 6-hour goes. Right, okay, so now we get all assets above. At what time? 1:15. So we swept the 6-hour. Let's just drop back out to the 1 hour quick to see what's going on. Alright, we didn't see that. Just say we didn't see that, alright? 6-hour high. We had that marked in. Did that sweep the 6-hour high? No, so we're still behind. Below. So we've still got a 6 hour divergence there. I should have marked this, to be quite frank. And we're still below on YM. Yes, yes. So this would be London high. So London high, that's enough for us to get into a trade with a 1 hour CRT model. But if all assets are above, we need another liquidity pool, right? So let's drop down to the 15-minute. That would be the first range. Did we get a sweep? No, that's not what we want to see. That's not what we want to see. We want to see that manipulation, and then something else. Did we get? There's no cracking correlation there. That's fucking annoying. August price action though, I suppose. That's what it is. What's the first candle is? What would you say the first candle is, bro? Yeah, first. What's that candle there? Yeah. So then we get accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So we don't really want to be anywhere near that. Does that come into 50% of the range? We are. Yeah, go on, bro. Yeah, well, look, if you look, we've got this manipulation down here, and then we've formed the range at x30. Okay, so we've formed this range bar. Okay, and then we get the continuation. So that's normally a pattern, right? If you can imagine, all we're doing is open, high, low, and then close, and then continue, right? Was there a 1 minute? A 1 minute at the 50%. Let's see. Was that a micro? No micro. Oh yeah, maybe this is going to be a bit tricky going through August price action. It wasn't the best. I mean, there was some things, but not quite what we could imagine. Right, let's play price anyway. We've got this. Now we've got this manipulation. We've had this change in state of delivery. No, not quite. We could look to get something on the 50% though. Let's mark out 50% because we've got a clear draw of liquidity at London low. So what I would do in this scenario is mark this bar like this, mark the 50% of the candle, and I want to see price trade into that like we do on the 6 hour with the 1 hour. I want to see price trade into that before taking out the low with a 15-minute CRT and micro. Okay, so I'll mark that now like this. Get the 50% on there. Right, let's play price on that M1. Got the 50% there. I'll probably take out this high to be quite frank. Let's play price. No, it looks like we've just taken the lows on everything. Let's go out to the 15 minutes, see what's going on. Yeah, and then we get this manipulation below London low. What time is that? 2:30. So that's 9:30 a.m. isn't it? So it's the open. Okay, we get this. Because I'd need stack confluence to take this long, I would need with that rejection, maybe we could get something. What's that going into 3? What's that going into 3? Yeah, going into 3. Let's try and break down this 1 hour candle, see if we can get a long, maybe, possibly. already taken the high though, so liquidity would be out of the market. We've got a range daily profile. We haven't done anything. Yeah, it's probably not enough confluence for me to take a trade up there. Okay, let's play price to see what happens. And there we go. No longs, swept liquidity. That's annoying we couldn't get into that trade on this short. Tapped up into this level. What time was that? Yeah. Did we get a? That is a model within itself as well. I meant to go through this with you, but this is a perfect time to do it. It's a Q3 model, and what that is you're basically looking at 245 to 308, which is the Q3 of Q3 of Q3. Okay, so, and what I mean by that is that it's New York is prone for reversals, and then it's the Q3 of New York, and then Q3 of the micro. So if I had, let me just get days indicator up. You can see it on days. I think it's easier. Not on that asset. Okay, so can you see the green? Right, green would mean Q3, right? So you got Q1, Q2, Q3, Q1, Q2, Q3, right? And then if you drop down to the M1 as well, does it come up with a micro? I'm pretty sure it does. I might have to set it. There we go. Okay, this is not actually telling the right thing. Oh, it is. It's just behind. That's all it is. Price action. I need to replay. Select bar, right? So if we go back to here, this happened yesterday, right? This happened yesterday. Q3, and the doing actually took the trade. The bloke that posted that into the group, he traded this. This is the model. Okay. So what you're looking at the specific time, right? There you go. It's 2:45 to 15:08, right? So it's a specific time-based window, right? And can you see, Q3 is all timed for reversals. Can you see that? Yeah, so this is prime time for a reversal, and this is a macro that you can trade, and all you're looking for is a 15-minute CRT within this macro. Okay, so what you would do would be mark the previous 15-minute high. See here. Right, and then you're looking for a microcycle above, preferably into like a fair value gap or something like that, right? Let's see what we get here. Right, we've come above. Do we actually get a? We've got a micro. So what's going on? My indicator's not working properly. I don't know why it's not giving any signals. But this is clearly above, right? We've got what we got here. Yeah, because we've got a sequential SMT here. Okay, so we're looking for a precision swing point. We've got a precision swing point. You could put an entry below that. Next precision swing point. Not there. Next precision swing point. There. So when that broke, you could trade this here like this. Target standard deviation. Easy target. Maybe we get swept out as well. I don't know. Yeah, it happened yesterday, right? I was actually dealing with my mum going to hospital, to be honest, so I had to go. But yes, I sent it into the group, and Doing's been talking to me for a while on TikTok, right? He trades quarterly theory as well, but this when you're looking at Q3 like this, so you know what that is now. It's that Pacific time window, 2:45 to 13:08. I'll get rid of that, and we'll carry on back testing that anyway. Yeah, my target would be Q standard deviation. What have we done? We've wicked above the daily. Let's go back out to the 1 hour. So what have we had? We've had a crack. We've had a daily, and we're above. So yeah, maybe 50%. That would be a target. First target, then 50% of the previous day's range, right? To get down to somewhere like that. Ridiculous RR. And yesterday, mate, honestly, that Doing didn't run the trade long enough because the trade was going to go to 50% of the previous day's range, right? He still needs some guidance, should we say. Anyway, let me just mark that down, because I'm gonna pay for my mate who's a quant, right? Do you remember I was saying about my mate who works for JP Morgan? Well, he did work for JP Morgan. He's a quant, right? And I'm gonna give him some data that I want tested, and I'm gonna pay for him to do this as well. So it's gonna cost me money, but I'm gonna give him some things on my model, and then so he can go test them, because he basically builds a model and then just runs it through the computer and gives me percentages back. So like I'm gonna, for instance, right, the parameters might be what's the average daily bar on a Monday or something like that, so I know what, if it's expanded, whether it's contracted. Do you know what I'm saying? So I get them numbers, and then I can put them into a system, so I know if I'm looking at NQ over a period of 10 or 15 years, I know that if that bar's done a certain amount, the open and the close is a certain amount range, then I know what I am expecting for the rest of the week. Do you know what I mean? So this is how you build a bit more of a process going forward. Yeah, so what was that? Tuesday. What was it? 6 hour SMT. Yeah, he took it. It's in the groups, and I posted in the index triad. If you look, I posted the chart. We're in Q Asia standard deviation, right? Posted. I was looking at it, but my mum needs to go back to hospital. She had a minor surgery, but she needed to go back there. So posted that, and then the Q3 trade is exactly that micro. We'll go through that if we get up there. Well, I'll make sure we'll go through that just to show you what it is. That's the micro cycle that he took. It's exactly the Q3 trade. Sorry, say that again. 8th of August. Who, mine? Oh, what now? Yeah, sorry, we're back testing. This is not that exact setup. Oh, this is just another example of the Q3 trade. I'm showing you. We're just running back through back testing at the moment, but I'm just showing you that the reversal at that particular time, it's a macro, works. It works on currencies as well, right? So yeah, I was just and then took that trade that formed yesterday. No. It's a different trade, but I'm just saying that the macro itself and what you're looking for at that specific time on NQ. This is only specific to. Sorry, it's not only specific to NQ. It does work on FX as well. What am I talking about? I'm talking shit. Right. Anyway, let's play price. What have we got? Tuesdays. What profile have we got on Tuesday? Okay, it's a range daily profile. I've seen too much already. That wasn't meant to happen. Got a range daily profile. Price have swept. We've got a weekly cycle. Let's fast forward price to 8 o'clock. Okay, so what have we had formed? We have had a weekly cycle, but Asia's expanded in the direction. Okay, so what are we looking for now? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 50% of Asia, right? All assets have closed above as well, so I'd still mark Asia if we don't come back. Our draw of liquidity is 50% of the previous day's range, first target. Okay, so it's up there, and then if we close above that, let's just mark that out while we're here. Okay. If we start closing above that, where's the next draw of liquidity? So okay, so we're already closing above on ES, and we're definitely closing above there, but we've got a weekly cycle. It's hidden, so we don't really give a fuck about that at the moment until it's actually taken that liquidity pool. At the moment, the draw is still higher. Let's see what happens. 6 hour. Okay, so we have a weekly cycle. Asia's expanded. We could technically look for a short back into this level. Okay, not saying it's going to go to take out these anywhere here, but because if you look, the 6 hours closed after a wick, it's closed bullish, right? You can tell that by the bars, right? So in the first quarter, if we wicked above, we can still anticipate price coming into the 6 hour 50%. Okay, to rebalance, and then we've got a signal there. We've got still a range daily profile, haven't we? So I didn't write that out. 2 seconds, sorry. So I remember where we are. Still range. 7 AM. Let's see if we can get a trade, right? Mark the highs. 1 hour CRT model is fine. Old liquidity pool, new liquidity pool. What's that there? Get rid of that. And we've got 50% as well there. So let's see what happens here. Still need that transfer of liquidity to the high. Okay. Let's play price. No break. What's the time? Okay, still haven't swept the high. 806. We're still all right. Okay, so we haven't swept. Let's keep playing price. What time is this? All assets No, we've got two assets above. It's 8010. Ideally, we'd like to see the 15 minutes swept. Let's play price again. We've got a micro as well. I don't know why it's doing that. It's doing my fucking head in. Yeah, the thing's not working. All right, okay. So 14. This is the high of the 15 minute. We would need a micro to get in, so there's no entry there, to be honest, because all assets are above. Okay. What's the first 15 minute done? First 15 minute has expanded, expecting a range to form. Maybe we might be able to get something tasty here. Come on. Possibly. 15 high. Range to form, we would want to see it. I don't think we're going to get above that high, are we? Let's see. No. What's the time now? What time is it? 44. 8:44, so that means a new 15-minute bar's coming in. I'd still probably want to see that. Have we swept the high? 8:44. No, we have not swept the high on any asset. Let's play price. Come on, be nice to us. Fuck. Didn't get no sweep of the 15 XX44, XX45 model either. Didn't break the high, did it? That's the last candle. Yeah, no, it didn't sweep above. Okay, then we get the sweep. What's this they're saying then? Are we going to go for this? Precision swing point. Yeah, potentially we could enter this, to be honest. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, alright. I think we're wicked in and we're wicked out straight away. Loss. Definitely a loss. Right, I've got getting closer to the 9 AM. Okay, so what have we got here? 9. Right, that's let me just write this down, bro. Sorry, mate. What day is this? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday the 8th. 6th. What time was that? Yeah, we could take that as we swept the high. That's definitely a micro. I know it's not providing with me with a signal at the moment, so maybe there was draw of liquidity up there, but alright, okay, so I still took the position, lost there, 0.854. Let's play price. Okay, so we've got a new 1 hour CRT high coming up here, closer to the 50% of the previous day's range as well. Empty's coming in. Here he is. Yo, bro, what's going on? How you doing, mate? You good? It's alright, man. It's all good. It's all good, mate. It's all good. You've only missed two trades anyway. It's we're one loss and one win, so that's where we are at the moment. The first one was a big one, to be honest, but the second one, yeah, I just lost here. Anyway, I'll carry on. So that would be the 1 hour high. We'd need to see a sweep of that, to be honest. Are we going to get it? Is it just going to tumble? Okay, we've got a micro. We haven't got a micro, sorry. It's swept above the high though. At the 50%. At 908 we get another. Is price going to give us something? It's not being nice, is it? It's not being nice. Why is it doing that? Fuck. Sorry? Yeah, it moved. It didn't give us the candle above there that would have given us the microcycle above the high, and we would have been able to enter that. Fuck. That's annoying. Okay, let's play price anyway. See if we can get down to the... Man, I mean, come on. I mean, first target, right? That would have hit fucking bang on. See that rebalance to equilibrium there. What time is that? That's 10 o'clock, so that's 10 o'clock. What profile we have on the market? We've got a range daily profile. We're at 6 hour. It depends if we got news, really. I don't really want to trade till 1. Let's play price. Okay, so fuck's sake. That's annoying about that short. That would have been a nice little trade. No, anyway, no entry. What am I doing now? The draw of liquidity is probably still higher, isn't it, after we've rebalanced to 6 hour. So what's this, the 12-hour range? Maybe we could possibly take a continuation. We haven't got any. Let's play another bar, another 1 hour bar. Okay, so we get the sweep. We're going into 2. Now we've got a bit more of rejection. We could probably look to try and trade a 15-minute within this zone. Our overall draw of liquidity is still higher. I know we've had this weekly cycle above, but we rebalanced equilibrium and closed above it here. So my draw might possibly, you could still get up to these highs basically on ES. Okay, because we've had the weekly cycle at the low, and then Asia confirmed that with a bullish 6 hour, right? This is rebalanced equilibrium. We've had a weekly cycle here, which gives us an opportunity to trade from. Does that mean I want to trade back to the lows? No, because this 6 hours also closed above the 50%. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so let's try and see if we can break this candle down and see what the first 15-minute does of this candle. Let's play price. Okay, so we've expanded. Let's play so yeah, we need to see another range. That's a manipulation as such. Yeah, I don't know if I'm looking to take this long, mate, to be quite frank. So we had this manipulation, wanted to see if there was a range on both sides, it'd be great, but we've not. We've manipulated, then closed bearish, have another bar. Oh wow, let's manipulate below these lows. What's this? What time's that? Yeah, the open's always a bit tricky. The open is always a little bit tricky. Right, let's what have we got? We're just about to touch into this standard deviation, so potentially we could mark this low. Mark this low. If we're still looking for longs, we have taken both sides of liquidity though, and we're in range daily profile, so the only thing we could say is if it hits that standard deviation we could look for longs. Let's play price anyway, see what happens. No, price never tapped in. Oh, it did? What happened there then? I don't understand. It didn't show that, did it? Okay, sorry, I play price too much. Okay, so what time is that? 23. Let's have a little look on the 15 minutes, see what we got forming. What's the first bar? That's 2, that's 3. So range, manipulation into that level. All assets below. I don't think we're going to get a micro, to be honest. Mate, the indicator's a fucking nightmare. I don't know why it's not. Maybe, I think maybe because the contract's changed on it, so it's fucking pissing around. We've closed below that, and closed below that, so there's no micro anyway. Let's play price. That's fucking annoying. Huge pumps in NQ, isn't there? Fuck. So at the moment, one trade at like 20 odd R and then fucking one loss, but that's annoying. It's annoying that we didn't get couldn't get in on that short there, and then couldn't get a long out of this. No cracks. But August price action was a little bit tricky, to be honest. When it come to the index futures, it was. I mean, FX is still my favourite little pot. 4 o'clock, I'm not looking to trade. It's my last candle I'll look at is 4 p.m. So let's just play price anyway. See what happens. Pull into Asia standard deviation. Yeah, I'm not trading at 7 p.m. There's no way. So we get rid of that. Oh. Let's go on to the next bar. So let's try and map out the week as well while we're here. Gives us some good reps doing this. I think we've expanded, accumulated. We should expect some manipulation, right? If we're looking at daily bars in terms of that. So what's this? This is Wednesday going into Thursday. Monday's clearly expanded, right? So we're expecting a bit of an accumulation on Tuesday. Wednesday should be our manipulation day. Did it take the low? It did. We got a manipulation below the low. Yeah, manipulation below the low. Right. Did we get a change of state of delivery? Did we close above in that candle? I don't think we did. Or maybe. Let me just check the daily bar quick. No, range daily profile, so we need some stack confluence to take a trade. Let's play price. Fast forward to 8 o'clock. So nothing we can do here. Asia's expanded, I think. Let's just double check. Yeah, Asia's expanded. We're expecting manipulation on this, and this should be distribution. Okay, so let's see what happens here. We've got nothing that we can go off here. Price hasn't closed back down. I think we've got a range above, so it's nothing I really want to look into too much. Okay, so we're pushing up. What's the time? 9. We've got draw of liquidity on YM. That's certainly going to be previous day's high. Definitely going to be drawn to. If Asia and London expanded, right? This is a key bit of information as well. So if you have something like this, where Asia's expanded, then London's expanded, it's being driven to a liquidity pool. Okay, for a New York reversal. I'm nearly certain about that as the day the sun's going to come up in the morning. You know, it is. Yes, if both London and Asia push, and there's an expanse, it happens on FX as well. It's being drawn to a higher time frame liquidity pool. Does that make sense? Why it would do that? That's all right. So yeah, if you're trading and Asia has expanded and then London's expanded as well, right? Price is being driven. It's being driven to a little higher time frame liquidity pool. Okay, so if you ever see that, the reversal will more often than not come in New York. Okay, because it's being, and then you want to find out what liquidity pool is trying to be had, right? So yeah, YM's definitely going to be a liquidity pool above that. Do I want to take a short here? No, I don't. Let's play price. One more bar. Okay, so we close above that. This should be gone. We should go into Asia standard deviation as well. So yeah, we're definitely drawing to some level. Let's have a little look on a daily. Where are we drawing to? There's not really much there, is there? Fair value gap we closed through. 6 hour. Maybe this level up here could be. Anyway, let me just go on to this. There should be a Asia standard deviation popping up. Oh, it's up there, it's miles away. So what liquidity pool have we got? We've got a 6-hour liquidity pool. In the divergence in the wicks, actually. Okay, if you can imagine this being your daily cycle almost, actually. I don't know if there's news, so I can't really say, but if there's no news, I won't be trading till 1 o'clock. What's going on, bro? Because we're still trading within the range, mate. We're still trading within the range. So basically, I only want to trade the 50% of the 6-hour if we've wicked above, or closed above for that matter. At the moment, all we've done is price is opened. We've got a range daily profile, so I need stack confluence to take a trade, right? And if price is wicked above and then we return to the 50%, then yeah, that's great. But that's not enough confluence. We just opened and then sat at the 50%, and then went higher. So that's not enough confluence for me. And there wasn't a 1-hour CRT model either for me to go off. If you look, the 7 a.m. range was never broken the low. Never broke. But I wouldn't be looking at that anyway. Yeah, see, it's not done anything. There's no cracks in correlation. There's just a 50%. If the weekly cycle, so if we broke above previous day's high, which we did get a weekly cycle until this all happened, right? We did have a weekly cycle, but the Asia had closed down, so we've had like the 6-hour had closed bearish. Then I would be looking for the 6-hour or the opposite, right? If we'd taken the low and we had a weekly cycle and then the Asia had closed bullish, yeah, then I'll be looking for the 50%, right, like that. Okay, that's not that. How many times that going to work out? Not many, man. Not many. You're right in saying though that the 6-hour 50% of Asia is a high probability area, right? It is. But in terms of what I want to see on this particular day, yeah, that's not enough confluence for me to take a trade. I know it's played out, but in hindsight, it's great. But as a process, following a process and a model that works, that I've tested, that doesn't work. I need more information from the market, because at the moment, all we've done, we've got like a wick on a 6-hour. Let me show you the 6-hour bar, so what I'm saying. Yeah, it would be that one. Okay, so suppose we are quite bullish on that candle. Closed above. We are quite bullish on that candle, but there's still a weekly cycle. But anyway, there was still no 1-hour CRT, so it would have to take the low for to be another crack in correlation. Anyway, let's look at this. Let's see if there's divergence here. First candle broke. No, not really. Maybe divergence in a wick though. Let's see what goes on here. Next 1-hour CRT. Bollocks, I didn't mark the fucking high, did I? I didn't mark the fucking high. Sorry boys, I skipped ahead a bit there. I didn't mark the bloody high. Is this is, I know we've kind of seen what happens now because I pressed the bar too quick. Price opens, we take the high straight away. That would mean we need another sweep or an inversion. Let's select bar this. Okay, so we get a microcycle, which is great. The first bar's broke, so we need an inversion. We get the inversion. If we trade up into this fair value gap, we can enter the trade, which is fair enough, right? Okay, I know I played this a bit too far forward, but the models there, I was saying it out and I didn't do the line quickly. Okay, so let's just play price a bit, right? Go back. We've got a 6 hour bar. Okay, so we've got all assets are broke above, but we've got divergence within the wicks. And what I mean by that is that one asset, like we've got this wick here, and then we've got a body close on the 1 hour. Okay, so for me this is divergence. Okay, so then I'll be looking, because it's a range daily profile, I would need stack confluence on top of that. So what I mean by that is that I would need to see the crack between these two candles, because that's a crack, and then I would need to see the 1 hour CRT, so the divergence between these two highs, which fits perfectly in with this. Okay, so let's see what happens here. First candle breaks, want to see an inversion, price inverts. Let's play one more bar. Right, we get a first presented fair value gap. Okay, we can either trade a 15-minute 5-second entry, or just literally just tag us in here, cover this. Yeah, I'm not going to be putting up there, I'll probably be covering that candle. Let's play price. Where is our targets? Where's our targets, bro? Yeah. Our target's 50%, right? Okay, so that would be on. That would be my first target. And I'd probably mark out ES as well, because that's the closest correlated asset, right? So if that hits, then I'm looking to take my NQ position off anyway, because it would have. So it just depends on what I see, right? Once this moves down a bit more, I would probably go break even. So this after that move, we get that move, I'd be looking to go break even. Okay, so I'd be clear of this position. My target would be 50%. For sure. Let's go out to the 15. Let's play price a bit quicker. Got a nice fair value gap that might play into. Oh, and I've probably taken out of the position. Okay, so that's a break even. We didn't hit. Yes, 100%, sir, 100%. If we're looking at three closely correlated assets, if we can use one crack, so 150% on one asset to take a trade, it's the same as taking a trade off, right? If one asset hits the 50%, I'm not looking to take a trade off. Never. We got a break even there though. That would have. 6. So if we go, if we go on 1 hour, the 6 hour high was in here. Okay, it's in here. We've got a clear. This next candle is wicked above. This is closed above, right? That's a divergence. Okay, so wick above on this candle and closed above here. That's a 6 hour SMT. Okay, divergence in the wicks, right? Then on top of that, we have a cracking correlation between the highs. Okay, so once that candle's closed, I can then look for a 1 hour CRT model. So I would mark the high here, mark this 1 hour high, mark this 1 hour high, and mark this 1 hour high. Then I want to see usual rules apply, right? You drop down to the M1. Let's drop down to the M1. This is 12 o'clock. That candle opens. Okay, so when the first candle breaks, I want to see an inversion. Okay, because I want to see I want to see an inversion or a sweep. So if price does that, I want to see some confirmation that, like, some sell side imbalance go, buy side imbalance go, and that's what you get here. I'd cover the top of this candle, cover the top of this candle just a few ticks above. Okay, candle that creates the inversion. Yeah, trade the fair value gap, trade 50% if you want, but constant encroachment, or just a first tap. But I would literally just cover this candle a few ticks above to the whole number probably as well. So 27, something like that. Because NQ, write this down, boys, as well. This is very important. NQ reacts to whole numbers, and this is from a trading veteran of about 35 years, right? And then when I started testing this, it was a podcast I watched on. I can't remember what it was. Either Words of Wisdom or something like that. It's some American dude. Anyway, so he was talking about whole numbers, and then I went back and tested it. If you cover NQ until like the next whole number, you'll save yourself in stop losses, basically. So if you're looking to, so I just do it kind of automatically now when I look at NQ. So if I'm looking at that candle there, I'll go to the next whole number. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So yeah. So you got understood how I took that. Let's. Yeah. Just divergence in a wicks, right? That's all it is. Okay. We never hit 50%. We go up and take the high. Okay, so we've still got a range daily profile. We need some stack confluence for a trade. There's nothing I'm looking at here that I'm excited about at all. Oh, we tapped into this 50% actually. What's that time? Right, we've tapped into 50% and we've closed above over here. Can you get a continuation? No, I'm not looking to that. Yeah, that's annoying. Just there's nothing nothing I'm looking at there. We've got we're above range high here, below it's just a mess. Okay, the cracking correlation, yeah, granted, comes at 2 o'clock, but there's no old liquidity pool it's taken, right? So it's just and we've got a range daily profile. So for me, I can't take that. I need to see a bit more confluence. Sorry, 11, what? 11, 3 o'clock. You mean 3? Yeah, sir, yeah. So MT, I'm just gonna, I've explained something to Promise, right? that I'm going to show you now about why it happens at that time. Okay. Do you know? Have you heard? Do you know about this? Oh, fuck's sake! How do I get the times up? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you now what happens at Q3. That's actually a point here, but we've got no higher time frame thing to go off. Okay, but see how powerful this is, promise. It's literally, it's a joke. It's actually a joke how this macro can literally move the markets. Okay, so here we have MT. This is very important macro, right? Remember, if you're trading, I trade GMT, right? So it'll be 245 to 1508. And the reason why you get reversals in this time is because it's Q3. So the green sections of the candle, right? So we're in New York, which is primed for reversals. We're in Q3 of New York, which is the 90-minute reversal time within New York. And then we have the micro. So that's the basically Q3. So all you need to see in this time is a 15-minute CRT model. So you can mark the previous high of the 9:30 open candle, so that'd be the 15-minute bar. Let me just show you on here. I would need a little bit more confirmation, okay, but I can't just take that. So this candle here, you could mark the high like this. This is a model that I use, but I need some liquidity pools taken in order for me to take a trade. I can't just take that. If this is swept into even like a 4-hour zone, and also it matches up with a 4-hour, that's another reason why this goes. The new the new 4-hour. So this is why it's very important, this macro of time. But yeah, anyway, so you'd mark this high or this high, right? And then you'd look for a microcycle above, okay? Once you push into this time zone. Okay, so you probably get one here as well, to be honest. So yeah, you do get a micro, and then you're just looking for after you get the sweep of the high, you're looking for a precision swing point. Okay. Precision swing point. That's why I always set the sell stop below. But there's no liquidity pool for me to really take a trade, so it's just you're just kind of pissing in the wind. To be honest, it's just like if you took that, fair enough. No, I need something. But yeah, that's a shame. Okay, so we've tapped into Asia standard deviation on YM. We have got a liquidity pool below there at London, but we're below there. Yeah, maybe possibly a long. It's 4 o'clock, so I'm not really holding much hope. But let's just we're here to back test, so let's see what happens. Okay, we'll mark the low. We've got divergence between London and we're in this Asia standard deviation, so it's a reversal zone. Maybe we get a 1-hour CRT model. Maybe, possibly, just to close out the day. I wouldn't be shooting for a lot, I'm going to be honest, because of the time. We're going into New York lunch, or what have we got here? We're right above that, above all assets. Okay, so do I want to take that micro? No, I'd wait for a little sweep or an inversion. The reason why is because we're quite close to this. Okay, let's see if we get a precision swing point or no precision swing point. Okay, let's play price one more, see what we're doing here. if I'm gonna, I would take that, to be honest. That is last presented. Yeah, it is. No, is that the like? It hasn't closed through the gap though. This is the last presented fair value gap, right? It's got closed through the gap. Yes, it's got a close through for me. Anyway, it's definitely got so the last presented first fair value gap has definitely got a full body close above. Then I would look for an inversion. What have we got here? 710. 710. We've got some kind of inversion, but then we've got like we're onto a macro where the 15-minute, right? If we look at the 15-minute, what are we doing here? For I would say we've had a manipulation candle. Call that expanse, or we're still within the range. So we'd expect a manipulation really, or an accumulation. I can't really tell because all the candles are fucking different. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't at all. Yeah. Catching the falling knife. Well, it's the end of day, and to be honest, at 5 o'clock, I'm not really on the market. But we've had an accumulation. Let's see if we get manipulation of this candle. It's this, but. Wait there. Here we go, manipulation. Yeah, man, it's not for me. It's not for me. Okay, all right. Let's go on to the next day anyway. See what happens. Yeah, massive push. It does go up eventually, but just not what form's there. You know, we got a new 6 hour candle. All assets wick below. Could have. Yeah, no 1 hour CRT. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not even looking at that anyway. What was the previous day? We had definitely bearish there. Not bearish. So we've got a range daily profile. We could have a 3 candle model on the daily though. No SMT. Okay. I've got to remember to stop it there so I can't see the next bar. What's this? Friday. I obviously didn't trade this day because I haven't got Asia marked, but I'll mark it now. Large range day as well, previous day. What's the Friday? Is it the first Friday in August? It means it's NFP, right? Yeah, it is. It's NFP. So I don't really want to trade. I mean, sometimes the morning's alright, but mostly the liquidity is going to come in the market at 1:30 GMT. And then you trade after NFP, unless there's a higher time frame sequential SMT, which there's not. The only time I want to trade NFP before is really high time frame sequential SMT. Alright, so that would be a weekly cycle, possibly a daily, possibly if it's really nice with the daily profile, and a monthly. Let's play price. I'm gonna go up to. Yeah, I'm not looking to trade anything. Before. Where are we pushing up to? We've got a date, weekly cycle. I've overshot that a bit, haven't I? Could there have been once that had formed, well, we're gonna draw up into this standard deviation for sure. Once we've had that liquidity pool taken, though, we could essentially look for another 1 hour CRT. What I want to say as well, if you're using this and price is below a level like this, price is more likely going to go up and draw into that level, because there are algorithmic reversal levels. Do you know what I mean? So the price actually uses these to reverse and draw to. Does that make sense? Yeah, so if you were looking at this, you have rejection here, right? So, all right, let's just. If I looked at that, I'd probably be going, right, price is going to draw here. To be honest, especially with what news we've just had happen, and it's going into 4 o'clock. Maybe. Definitely no sweep there. What time is that? 4:30? Yeah, no, I'd be done anyway. I really have to zone in next week. I want to try and get that funding finished. I'm a bit disappointed with my lack of. I think I've got $720 because I can only trade 3 contracts on that funded next account. It's a bit, and I've got a $3,000 fucking target, which is, I could have done that last week if I was just had a little bit more attention focused in New York. I find myself drifting off a bit, to be honest, when it gets to New York. I'm not as on the ball. Does anyone else find that? Yeah, it is. I struggle with it massively. I know traders say you should only trade really one session so you could complete focus. Oh, I don't know what the best thing to do about that is, to be honest. Rogue. Yeah. I don't know what to do, MT. This is the problem. I'm stuck. I'm torn. Oh, fucking. Yeah, I suppose I do a little bit. I mean, I am trying to work a good routine at the moment. I was just literally trying I was putting that into ChatGPT this morning to figure out a better eating schedule so I can stay focused a bit longer, because I noticed last week just gone, it got to like 3 p.m. and my focus just slipped on 2 of the days, right? I'm not like in the morning I'm like on the ball. I'm on the ball till like 10. Promise was on with me a few days and I'm on the ball, right? I took the trade on Tuesday, but then as soon as it hits New York I get a bit of a slug. I'm not as fucking focused, and it's a bit detrimental for me. But it's all learning. I've got to grow from it. I've got to get better, right? So now I notice the problem, I've got to do something about it. So whatever that has to happen, because I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just trading window. So let's see what happens. Anyway, right, what day is this? Friday, going into Monday then. Let's mark out the day. That'll be Friday's price action. We're clearly drawing to all-time highs. August price action, I know we're going through it now, but it's always a particular bad month for price action. August. September, that's when start Q4, right? So price starts really turning up a bit, people come back from holidays and then volume goes into the market again. So bullish daily profile going into this session. Let's see what we get. Let me just get rid of that. We've got a bullish daily profile. We've got a weekly cycle because ES is above, but there's liquidity. Oh, it's taking that liquidity. YM, what's going on there? Is that? No, that's. I don't know why we're getting a. Oh, it's divergence between the wicks. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, I won't be looking at that. Fast forward to 8 o'clock. Did we get above Asia? No. This is how important 8 o'clock is as well when it comes to NQ. We didn't get a daily cycle though, so there was no divergence between the 6 hour, which is a bit annoying because now we've swept Asia high and low, so that means I need another kind of liquidity pool to take a trade. So let's play price, see what happens. I'm not looking at that to go long either. Range moving into 11, possibly 12 o'clock we could trade if there's something above here. Let's mark 6 hour high. Okay, so we get the crack, and what's that, 12 o'clock range? We can mark that 1 hour CRT high there for sure. We've got a daily cycle. NQ, I'm interested in that high as well though, that's for shit sure. If we're going to sweep that, we're going to sweep the other one above. Drop down to the M1. 100% is going to go for this high, especially if we start to get above. Yeah, there we go. All have we got? Okay, so it's taken that high. We've got all assets above. No, actually we're below here. So we've got a microcycle still. What's the time? 1. swing point. Oh, where are we on the 6 hour? Let's just have a little look. For fuck's sake. It's annoying where you can't go back and flick through exactly where price is. Okay, yeah, so if there was a precision swing point, we could take it, basically. Yeah, I should have just drawn there. That was enough liquidity. I don't think we are. 2 seconds, mate. Let me just go. Yeah, I don't. No, it's range. But, okay, so that being said, we still got multiple stages of cracks in liquidity. Multiple stages of confluence, right? Because we've got a daily here, so you can see here how I was framing this up, right? YM's taken the 6 hour at 12, right? 1 o'clock is where I want to really trade anyway, so I know liquidity is coming into the market. I'm looking for a microcycle above this 1 hour CRT high. Okay, so I framed this up. We took the high. Okay, so we got crack there. This is below still. London low would be my target, or Q standard deviation for sure. Okay, all right, let's just go back out to the 1M. When I was flicking back through, I was trying to see how close we were to the 6 hour high, basically, to see if we were going to run that. But anyway, that's a precision swing point. What's that? 39. Let's see if we get another precision swing point formed. Okay, so what's that? Is that a precision swing point? No, not really sure about that. Not really sure. This could be a precision swing point though. Yeah, no, these indecision bars on futures are a fucking nightmare. Let's see, next bar. Yes, precision swing point. Okay, so I'll probably look to do something like this, enter like that. Okay, I'll cover them wicks just in case price does. So I'd set a sell stop there for sure. Okay, and then play price. Okay, so we'd be in. Do we get swept out? Okay, so we'd be in. What time is that? Yep, we're in time as well. Price has then formed the first fair. Presented us with the first fair value gap. So realistic, we don't want to see price close above that level. Okay. Let's play price, how it does, and we get whipped out. Okay, so what's the time here? So basically, what I would be saying is, if price, like I said, if price did close above that level, I'd probably be out the trade, right? Okay, so if you see, because that's a last presented first fair value gap, so I said if price closes above that, I'm out of the trade anyway. So I would have been out, small loss, probably something like that. Okay, because I just would have closed it, because I know our next draw of liquidity is the high. Could we get back in? So now we need to see where the 15-minute is. That would be this sweep of this high, another micro precision swing point. Okay, so if we're confident in the area holding, let me just go to the 15-minute. I know we're going to see what price does, but I'm just going to show you why. What time is that? So manipulation, okay, range formed, manipulation, right? So gives us a little bit more confluence to the trade, right? I'm not bothered if I take a loss and then go straight again. It is what it is. You can't, if price sweeps, especially on NQ, it's a fucking nightmare sometimes. So yeah, we need the sweep of that level. So that sweep comes in on that candle. Was that a precision swing point? Yes. We could enter here. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everyone? My target would be probably that low, to be honest. Okay, let's see if we get stopped out again. Right. Right, we've definitely pushed down. Would I be at break even? Yes, possibly. I definitely think I would be, yeah. Definitely now after that break again. Let's go out to the 15-minute. Do we get taken out? And we don't hit target. Does anyone else take that low? Oh, we tapped into that. So possibly we could have exited that actually with a tap over here. Once we tap into this standard deviation zone. When was that? Right there. Okay, yeah, so that either would have been break even or a small win. Depends on how you manage that position. Okay, let me just drop this down. Maybe we would have covered the loss. Time. Yes, bro, yes, just filling in my journal, man. Yeah, just filling in my journal. So yeah, that never reached target. What we did get though is a push into this Q standard deviation. So whether I took a break even there or whether I took another break even or maybe just covered something above this to cover the first loss. It depends on how you manage it, right? But anyway, look, trading, we move on. Let's play price. So we've now swept London and Asia. It's a complete fucking mess. There's no real liquidity pools. That's 3 o'clock, 4-hour candle. It's come in. Yeah, am I looking to take this long? Have we got low? If that was in the standard deviation, we're just gonna blow up higher now, are we? Oh, fucking horrible price action day. Look at the state of it on NQ. Horrible. August price action. Lovely. Lovely, gentlemen. Okay, let's just play price. Get to tomorrow. Tuesday. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Tuesday. 12th of August. What have we got here? We've got a range profile on the day. Oh, shit, I've gone too far forward. Let's go back here. Check the daily profile, see what we got. Okay, so we got range daily profile, possible 3 candle model. See this could be our 3 candle model here. Draw of liquidity. Alright, let's see what happens next. Looks like we're pushing down. Right, so we've got all assets above Have we got a weekly cycle, or is it just hidden? No, hidden weekly cycle. Remember we spoke about this before. I want to see the liquidity pool swept. I don't want to. That's not. I'm going to change the indicator eventually to do this, but that just takes so much fucking time, and I've got enough things on my plate at the moment. So all the assets have closed above, right? So we haven't got a weekly cycle. Let's just play price, see what happens here. And we get that. 6 a.m. Okay, so draw of liquidity is going to be the low. If that's 6 and 7, then we've gone back above. So we've taken high and low. It's just a fucking mess. Okay, so I need another liquidity pool, right? We've got a range daily profile. I'll be waiting really unless we get a standard deviation level to trade out of. I'm not looking to trade that. As you can see, we're just barcoding. What was that? Range. So we are expecting manipulation, but we didn't take the low. Anyway, let's play again. Right, what's that time? Sorry. So we've taken London low here and here. So we've got a 6-hour SMT. Sorry, that's the high. We've got rejection on all, so we could drop down to the 15-minute in this scenario. Okay, so let's see what the 15-minute's saying. We've got this massive expansion. Probably expect accumulation in the next bar. No, don't get that. And yeah, that's horrible. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, fuck it, no. What was that news? It must have been some kind of news release at 1. That's fucking ridiculous. Alright, let's play price. Fucking hell. Was there a 1-hour CRT? No. I thought we were going to get another bar there, and that's fucking ridiculous. We don't take the high, so there was no 1-hour CRT. Not on really enough of a wick to warrant a 15-minute. What time was it? So this is 2. The fuck's going on here? Horrible price action. Okay, yeah, I think I'll probably skip this day. Did we take all-time highs with that? No, we have now though. Alright, let's just go to the next day. Get rid of that. So if we profile in the week, Q1, I would say that's more of a range. Okay, we didn't get the manipulation though, but we've closed above. Let's see what the daily profile is saying. Yeah, bullish daily profile. So we want to buy below the open. Let's see what happens here then. Looking for buys below the open unless we have got a weekly cycle, but we're in a range, no expansion. Let's fast forward to 8 o'clock. Okay, so now we've got a weekly and a daily. Could look at shorting this. Buy below the open, but in order to take a reversal, we want to see stacked confluence. So I would, yeah, we have swept the high yet. Okay, let's see what we get on this price action here. Drop down to the 1M. Want to see a micro above. What day is it? Wednesday. Okay, all assets above. We have tapped into. That doesn't look like a micro to me. That's clearly closed above that, isn't it? So why is that? It's telling me it's a micro. Yeah, that's not working out. I don't know why that's doing that. Anyway, so if all assets are closed above, we can use an inversion entry. So let's see what if we get an inversion. Yeah, particular loss, fair value gap. Have we closed through? Yes, we possibly could enter this. Okay, let's try hit this. Let's try hit this. Yeah, stop loss above. We're in standard deviation. All assets above, but we've inverted price. Target would be Asia low. Asia low would be the first target if we're gonna go. If we're not, then we're gonna get fucked. We're gonna get fucked. Okay, let me just draw that down. I don't think that was a micro. Okay, so -1. Well, we're getting another liquidity pool coming in though. 15-minute. We need another micro. Don't think we're going to get that. No, what's the 15-minute saying? Expansion, accumulation. Let's see a manipulation at 45, so we can mark that possibly. We're still in this zone. Oh wait, there actually all assets are above. Yeah, we've got no crack, have we? Yeah, there's no crack. All assets above here. Let's no trade. Okay, so we took a loss on that. Need some other liquidity pool. The 8 AM range. We are in standard deviation still. Still valid, I think, maybe actually. What's that? We've taken a high in the first. What's that? The first candle? Yeah, we've definitely taken a high in the first candle. Right, so we want to see some kind of inversion or another sweep of liquidity. He's back. He's back. That's all right, man. It's all good. I got to do it anyway, mate. So it's no bother to me. Yeah, I took another loss on a daily cycle and a weekly cycle going into this price action. I think we're now just keep. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. When it is, it is. Maybe yeah. We look like we're drawing up to some. Oh no, we're at all-time highs, right? So all I'm doing is I'm just using the day's range, previous day's range as a total soup, right? So if we're gonna have a sequential SMT at the high of the range, Wednesday's a high probability CRT day. So yeah, I don't mind taking a loss there. That's all right. That's for me. That's fine. Price is a little bit. I think we need another liquidity pool now, or some kind of what's that? 9 o'clock. Yeah. So let's see what happens the next. Um, excuse me if you can hear my dog. So we've got a sweep there, but then we need another. So 6 hour would be another liquidity pool for sure. Okay, so we have some kind of SMT. Yeah, it's just about cracks in correlation, right? If I hadn't had the wick above there, I wouldn't have been looking for a short. There wasn't a further crack though, to be honest. Between the 1 hour, there was only an inversion, right? So maybe, yeah, I don't know, but not the best probably, but not the cleanest. But you just got to trade the setups as they come, right? I think if you keep doing that, then you allow you to collect data on your own model, right? So you know what's going on. Anyway, let's play price. I'm looking for potentially a 1 hour CRT model above this. I'll mark the hour high. The thing with what I'm seeing at the minute though is that I think that if we're going to reach for this high, because we've had no engulfing candle, if we reach for this high, we're going to go for the 6 hour, and that invalidates the move a bit. I tell you what we could do though is the 6 hour is bullish now. If we don't wick above, we have wicked above, we could trade something maybe potentially from the 50%. So let me mark out the 50% here. If it rebalances here with a 1 hour CRT model, I'd be interested to take a trade potentially, for sure. I think we're going to see a lot. Oh, I fucking hate when it does that. We're going to see a lot better price action this month anyway. We have seen anyway this week. It's been, well, I don't know about, I think it's Wednesday, but other than that, it's been, there's NFP and that, but it is looking a little bit better over August price action. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Let's play price. Okay, so we've got a range that formed. We broke the low, so open, low, high, close. Okay, then we get some rejection. Not really looking at what's the 1 hour. That's 1 p.m. range. Yeah, maybe potentially we could look at something like this. If we wick above at 1 a.m. I don't know if we got news. That's a bit. I'm not going to start checking news. It takes too fucking long. Let's drop down to the M1, see what we got. Price is opening higher on NQ. What time is that? Let's see if we take that range high. equals, that's not really good. I want to see some kind of clear inversion if there's equals left, really. That sweet, no. Inversion happened there. Yeah, in this instance, I'd probably, if I was looking to trade this gap, I'd probably look for a 5-second displacement. If we pulled up into that, for sure, because there's a lot of liquidity above, right? So I want to see some kind of confirmation rather than just entering blindly. So I'd probably drop down to the 5-second here if I'm going to be allowed to go onto it. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking for a nice clean inversion. I'm not trading that. It's not yet. No inversion there. No, right. If that. Yeah, no, that's no good. I don't really want to see price close back above that area. So yeah, I'm not really interested. If it rolls over, I don't really give a fuck. What time is that as well? Was there a sweep of liquidity on the 15? Let's see what the 15 minutes doing. Yeah, range manipulation. Yeah, I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this at all. No 50%. Okay, let's play price. Okay, so we're tapped into whatever that level is there. I'll get rid of that at the moment. What time is that? 2 o'clock. Let's just double check, because we're in that standard deviation. Let's just double check the 15-minute 230 model. Okay, right. Because there could be an instance where, because we're in this the level, so we're in an old liquidity pool, I can look for the Q3 model, right? Well, we obviously get some kind of divergence in price, because you can tell this is going up, this is going down, right? Let's see if we get a micro. I know I've played price a bit too much. Okay, so let me just mark out 50% of this. I want to be above the 50%, looking for shorts. Okay, so if there's a precision swing point, we can take it. Precision swing point. No. Precision swing point. Yes. Okay, so potentially we could have taken this. That there. I can't get the exact thing if I press on that bar replay tool. The reason why I can do this, Q3 model, okay, Q3 model, micro, we tapped into an old liquidity pool. Old liquidity pool is Asia standard deviation or Q standard deviation, or any of the previous session highs or lows, dailies highs or lows, weekly, monthly, and so on, basically. Right, so we're in that level. Okay, my draw of liquidity would probably be London low. Yeah, there you go, my draw of liquidity. Can everyone see how I got this? I'm getting this position. No. Anyway, I'm just going to jot this down. So yeah, what day was that? Wednesday. you wanted to go for London, Asia low, probably would have been a better target, to be honest. So yeah, whatever you wanted to just pick out of that, I'll go. Okay, let's play price. We are in standard deviation there. Fine, it's the end of the day. I'm not going to take that. Let's see just before we go over daily profile. Okay, so Wednesday, so we've Monday accumulation, manipulation. We're having a CRT day here. We could get a bearish free candle model for sure. Let's see what price does now. We've got a range. Oh no, we've got a bullish daily profile, sorry. Bullish on the profile. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I definitely think NQ, YMES is, I don't think, I find myself a little bit better on the forex currency index for sure, but maybe this is just because it's NQ, sorry, August. Anyway, let's play price. Looks like we've got a range forming in Asia. Not really too interested about this. Hidden weekly, sure. Less price starts taking out that liquidity pool. No, it doesn't. 6-7 a.m. range formed. We're bullish on the price action. We have an area of liquidity here though. Do I want to take longs here below that with that liquidity pool? No, I'm going to say no. I'm pretty sure that price will draw into them lows before we go higher. Let's see what happens. No, we're going up. What time is that? 9. Reacting to the 50%. Yeah, no, I'm alright. Maybe we got news or something. We have got a daily cycle here for sure. Won't be trading till 11. No, have we? No, we haven't. 10 o'clock. Let's play next bar. See what we've got here. Right, all assets. We've got. Now we've kind of got a weekly. No weekly. Still got a daily within the wicks. It's 12 going into 1. I think we're probably going to go up and take Asia. Let's play price. If I miss it, oh fucking hell. I think that's probably news related, to be honest. Definitely have a daily. Was there any way we could get in that? Let's explain the high. Nah, that looks horrendous. Okay, so that was obviously a news release. Price broke below. Shit, I didn't see that. Indicator was lagging there. Let's see what we can get here. I don't know why. Oh, it's because we're not closed correctly, but this would have shown up. Let's get rid of that. I'll mark out the lows because there's an Asia standard deviation there. It's annoying that it's not showing up. It's the only problem with backtesting is that the bars, you're not seeing them form in real time. Okay, let's play price. Okay, right, so we get something formed 2 o'clock. I want to see a low go. 15-minute. Micro, are we below? We are. To range daily profile. Fuck. Maybe you could have had that long. Maybe. Anyway, let's play price. Yeah, fucking. Absolutely. What's going on, bro? He's back. He's back. Sleeping. Sleep. Yeah. That's a what? Yeah. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I've still got to do this, boys, anyway, no matter what, so I'm doing this until I get through the whole of NQ, so it is what it is. For me, I'm trying to... Yes, if you see... so price broke this. Looking for a micro below. As soon as that closed below, we can look for a precision swing point. Was there a precision swing point? No, and no. No precision swing point. Promise. You know, it's not good, is it? I don't know if I'll be taking. Is that 50%? Let me see. Oh, it might be actually. Yeah, maybe. If you class that as a fair value gap. What time is that? That wouldn't have formed. Yeah, no, it's not really for me, to be honest. Never mind. It's annoying because that's a big price move. Didn't give us a precision swing point. Tapped into deviation. Okay, yeah, maybe go again. Try the short for sure if it's gonna go. Did it tap in before the 15 on the 15? Potentially all assets above. I don't really like that. I like to see another crack. I don't want to see too many of these. This inversion. Yeah, nah, no good. Okay, let's see what the daily profile's saying. Did we get a close above there? Yeah, okay, so now it's definitely got a daily CRT because we've got SMT at the top. This could become the draw. Yeah, baby. Right, let's play price. Okay, so we've got a weekly cycle. Don't start trading till 8. Oh, I took this trade, I think. Did I not? Did I take this trade? I think I took this trade, yeah, bro. This was one I took. This is 2%. We've got a weekly cycle in a standard deviation at 8 o'clock. Yeah, so you can risk double. I remember this trade. I took it. Mark the high. Still do all right though on this with all this, you know. Even though it is they've not been as frequent, right? There's still been quite a good trades. And like, I mean, you know what I mean? If you're doing over the month, it's what day are we on? The 15th. Okay, so we've taken 3 losses and 3 wins so far, but like the wins. Okay, so yeah, small win, 20R and then 10R, and then I know this one goes. Yeah, this one's a good trade because I took it. Let's play price. Okay, let's. Okay, so we get a micro precision swing point. Do I enter here? I think so. Cover the next whole number. Possibly, I don't know. I took a winner here though, I'm sure of it. Yeah, there we go. Definitely in. It was definitely a win. Where was my target though? I think it would have been. Yeah, so what have we got? A weekly, so yeah, it would have been Asia low. I don't know if I got that far much though, did I? I think I got like 12R or something. Anyway, let's play. Or maybe it come down into the 50% like that. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I traded it into the 50%. I could have gone for Asia low though for sure, but let's play price. Yeah, Asia low would have been the better target because we had a weekly cycle. But at 2% risk, because I know the process and we're in this standard deviation, you know, I could have really ramped up on that. But I did actually take that trade, so I took that live. That was funny, but I think I left some meat on the table there for sure. With a weekly cycle above, you know, the target is 50% of the previous day's range. So what we have here, yeah, that probably would have drawn to the down there. So Asia low would have been the better target for sure. 20R, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So I've been looking at a platform called Rain. Have you heard of it? Trader Dante. Did I tell you about this the other day? Yeah, he basically works for a prop firm called Rain, and it's institutional grade prop firm. You get £2 million under management if you can hit 20% a month. You have to hit 20% a month though, to even get a look in. So yeah, I left some meat on the table with this trade for sure. I should have backed myself a bit more rather than shooting for 50%. Especially as we got a weekly cycle, I should have backed myself a lot more. Just said that was at least going to hit range low. Tell me what you see on this trade, bro. So why am I taking this trade? Call it out to me. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Why am I risking why am I risking 2% on this trade? Well, I should have risked 2% on this trade. Come on. Yes, empty. Yes, empty. That's exactly it, mate. We got time on our side here, right? So the time the swing point wants to form is 8 o'clock, right? So if giving this confluence is here, right? What do we have? We've got a weekly cycle, right? We've got Asia standard deviation, and then we've got 1 hour CRT. So we've got another crack there, and then it's at 8 a.m. This is why you risk 2% here. I can't do that with my funding at the moment anyway, just because it's. But I took this on my proper account, my own personal account, but because I wasn't doing my funding then. But this should have been, if I was, yeah. I can only risk 3 contracts on my funding for some reason at the moment until I pass, and then I can risk 5. So the risk is a little bit reduced, but yeah. But yeah, all these confluences, mate, yeah, just fucking go for it. Absolutely go for it. Rip it. Okay, let's play price. Draw of liquidity would be this low, to be honest, and 50% here, so we're still looking for shorts. We can use that. Let's see. For fuck's sake, I was on the wrong time. Let's see if we could have got anything here. This range high looks to be swept. It's swept on all assets. Was there news here? One o'clock. I probably would have said that needs to be fucking swept there. Replay. Select. What's this saying here? What time is that? For fuck's sake, it's gone. Just look at the 50. first candle is range, definitely. Man, the profile in the market with these 15 minutes is fucking mental. How accurate you can actually be. It's madness. Does this work? I think we're above all assets anyway, so I don't think we could have taken a trade. So we needed that 1 hour high. When that was swept, it moved. Was there a micro? There was. So that's just a last kiss scenario. And the reason why you could have entered this trade, right, is because of the liquidity built up here. If we were, and the weekly cycle I took here, yeah, I should have run this a hell of a lot more. And this, the 1 PM range before, yeah, is very important as well, especially as I draw liquidity and the daily 3-bar model, right? So we've got a SMT. So our draw of liquidity is this key level down here. I could have run that, to be honest. If I was on my personal, I should have just left that in. Some tweaks needed to be made for sure. Some tweaks needed to be made, definitely. 2 o'clock, we've run the high. I don't really, well, our draw of liquidity is obviously this low, so we're drawing lower. We are in this standard deviation. Do I want to take a short here? I mean a long here. Probably not, man. I'm just expecting this to run low. The low after this move to draw. We might retrace though. Let's have a look, see if we can get anything. This would be a short fade though. I'm not looking to take over any highs or anything. It just does set up with something. I'd only be looking to fade it, maybe with a standard deviation target. Let's drop out to the 1M. The open of New York fucks me up mentally. I think the psychology of these massive wicks, they do me in. What's going on here? Okay. Right. Okay, so the first, is that the first candle? Yes, it is. Need to see another sweep or some kind of inversion. Inversion would probably be up here anyway for me. Let's see what happens. Get the inversion. Yeah, I want to see that come into something down here. Possibly. Let's see what a 15 minutes doing. Expansion, maybe get manipulation below this low. Possibly. Expansion, yeah, first. Are we in 50% of the range here? That is a microcycle. Are we in 50% of the range to take this? Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. Not too sure. We got, that is a precision swing point. Let's try it. Fuck it. Whatever. Let's try it. Oh, actually, we're pretty fucking. No, I'm not going to try that. We're bearish on the thing anyway. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's just going to fucking roll over. If we were long, I might have done it. There we go. Getting carried away. You know, our draw of liquidity is much lower. All right. Okay. So let's play price. Let's go on to the, what's this, Friday's price action, so next week. Pushing on through. What day is this? Going into Monday. Oh, fuck's sake, I've gone too far again. Okay, so we're Monday's price action. Let me see what we've still got a daily drawdown here, I would say. So we're still drawing to this 3-candle model. We have taken the low, so we've got a weekly cycle. Yeah, potentially you could. We've got a weekly cycle, so that's cracking correlation. Asia's expanded. We're expecting accumulation. Definitely taking that low. Do I want to take a long? Probably not. But let's see what goes on. See if it does set up with something. And it is a Monday as well. Yeah, probably not. Monday normally expands, right? Or expands our ranges, and if we're going to expand, we've got this massive draw of liquidity down here. But 8 AM is a time for a reversal, so that's the only reason why I'd be really kind of looking at this. Okay, so we got I'm just not confident in this at all, to be honest. No precision swing point. We have got an precision swing point there. And it's 8:12. Let's wait for the next 15 minutes, see what happens here. So we've got a range. Let's see if we mitigate, take that low, new liquidity pool. But da 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 da. Yeah, this is wicked above. I think this is coming back much lower. Okay, what time is that? 8:30. New candle, taking the low. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. This goes up, it's fine. Okay, yeah. So I need some kind of new liquidity pool, to be honest, to be taken. Just swept all that shit. 10 o'clock. We have put in, we've got a 6-hour low formed here. We've got a draw of liquidity still with this. I would say we're going to draw down to this. So until that level's gone, I'm not really looking for any kind of longs. Could we look for shorts at 50% of the 6-hour potentially? But we have wick below. Ah man, it's annoying when you can't see the fucking candle. You fucker. You absolute fucker. Okay, so crack in correlation there, and ideally it's not time for. Well, it could be. I might have fucked up here. What's that time there? Does that get swept? Yes, it does. Okay, yeah, I've missed that. I've missed that setup, Q3 setup there. Clear draw of liquidity. If there's a micro above that, you can take that all day long. All day long. Okay, so what is that there? Are we in 50%? Yes. Have we got a micro? Have we got a precision swing point? No. Is that the? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's a big stop loss. Maybe you could reduce that on the 15. It's a massive stop loss. Yeah, I don't think with that kind of target, that's not really me. Are we going to get down to this standard deviation down here? Massive stop loss. No, I'll probably stay away, stay out of that. Yeah, that's what I mean. I knew that level was going to be wicked. As soon as it was going to be wicked, there's going to be a major injection of liquidity, and it was literally. The risk to reward wasn't there for that trade for sure, with that stop loss precision swing point, because the draw of liquidity was going to be that low, one of the lows to be taken, and then it went straight up for that high. Power of knowing when the fucking model works and when it doesn't. Okay, that looks like horrible price action. Let's play price to the next day. Right, let's see what the day's saying. Still got a bearish draw on liquidity for sure. Got a range daily profile though, and what's that? Monday. So we could expect, if a range is on Monday, we expect manipulation. So manipulation above this would be lovely, or below. Let's see what happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so A's has expanded, taken previous day's low. Just let A's form. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've got a liquidity pool below there on ES. We have got. Oh no, it's a hidden. It's a hidden. I'm not even interested until that low goes. It's a hidden. We still got wicks here. Wicks here. So okay, let's play price. See what happens. What we got? 5. Fast forward to 6. Okay, yeah. So we got a weekly cycle. ES took the low, so let's try and see if we can get 1 hour CRT model here for sure. But we will break down to the 15-minute as well. above the our range. Oh, for fuck's sake, I wasn't meant to see that, but yeah, wicked above the hour range. That means we need to let Q1 play out. We get a range on Q1. Yeah, see, I don't. YM's taken the 50%, but the rest haven't. Have we left any fair value gaps? FUGs, no. Okay, let's drop down to the 1 hand. So I'd like to see, ideally, this pull into 50% of the range before I take a trade. So somewhere down there. Let's see what price does. We have a micro, but we're not in 50%. I don't like it. Let's see if we get a bit more price action. Okay, we still got a micro and at 50%. This is more promising. All assets below, so ideally I'd want to see an inversion if we're going to play off of this. Oh shit, I've gone too much. Bollocks. I probably would have played out of that. Let's see the stop loss here. Oh no, it's not actually that bad, you know. Fucking hell, fuck off. Potentially. Got a weekly, we've inverted it. Potentially, I don't know. Okay, so probably first target would probably be, yeah, 50%. I don't know actually, we've got a weekly cycle. Have we closed the back above the 50% here? Yeah, we have. Okay, so that's already been hit. So my target would probably be Asia high, yeah. Let's see what price does. Ooh. I think I would have been taken out for break even for sure. Yes, sir. That would have been a break even trade. Looks like it just reacted off the 50%, didn't it? Yeah, it did. What's that to there? 5R. Never mind, let's play price. Let me just jot that down. Is he back again? Yeah. I think with a weekly cycle there, I probably would have. I think I probably would have shot a bit higher than 50% of the Asia range, to be honest. Especially with price action like that. I would have been taken out anyway. Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice that come back down. Actually, that would have been a fucking loss. Okay, so Tuesday's price action, we've got a weekly cycle. We know price wants to take another liquidity pull. Let's see what happens here. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, YM's depegged. That's a stinker. When it's like that, it's not really the best correlation at all. Da 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 da. Sorry, what'd you say, bro? Depeg. Yes. Well, look at the immediate price action. There's no way of knowing, no. But once you once you see price action like this over a period of like six hours or a day or something like that, you know price is depegged. Look, it normally runs in sync. Yeah. So once price starts doing this, you know something's happening, right? So it's obviously it will have to rebalance the equilibrium and then get realigned with one another, you know. So what an actual trade they trade in hedge funds is exactly this, right? So if the bonds are moving higher, the FX is moving lower, right? And they're depegged, right? They trade this. They trade the rebalance, the mean reversion trade, until it comes back into once it's come back. Yeah, I think that model alone, right? My mate was telling me the other day, he's like, that model alone. This bloke that he used to work with at JP Morgan makes 100 million a year. Just using that model. The mean reversion. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but he was telling me the other day, and I was just like, fuck me, that's crazy. It's crazy when you start looking at the numbers that these banks do and hedge funds. You know, like billions. It's fucking mental. It's good though. Sorry, wait. Say that again, mate. I can't. It's quite hard to hear you. Yeah, it's because the orders are so much. The orders they're putting in, right? They can't fill the position at one specific price point. Otherwise, because like my mate, he was saying he's got 13 billion under management, right? So in a group of 10 traders, he's trading with $13 billion. Okay, so when they enter a position with leverage, you can imagine 13 billion with leverage is a lot of money, right? Yeah. So when they're entering, they can't fill a position at Pacific. So what the logic behind that suggests that they need to fill it at multiple positions. Okay, so yes, the theory for that is absolutely solid, because they can't fill a position at any one stage, right? So they need multiple times to fill the position, because if you can imagine, 13 billion under leverage is a massive like that. I think they're putting on. What did he say? Like sometimes million dollar positions, or something like that. Positions, and then with their stops and all that kind of shit. And then what they do is they work an area. So value area highs, value area lows. That's how they say it, right? And that's basically what we trade, right? So value area high would be above previous day. So that's value area high. That's how they would say it. So have you ever seen them with the chart, the book map chart, and you've got the volume profiles on the side? Yeah, yeah. You've seen the volume profile or the DOM or whatever they use, right? So yeah. So where it's high volume, that it's normally just where it'll be value areas to trade from. So this will be value. Mean reversion's always, so mean reversion is used in banks. That's why I put it into the indicator. So if you look on the timed edge indicator, right, show 50%. I don't have it on all the time because I'm always putting the lines in myself, right? If you take off 50%, or show it, that will show you the mean reversion when one asset hits 50% and the other doesn't. Okay, so against closely correlated pairs, it's very, very. So banks use that level, right? They're always looking for mean reversions. That's why it's so predominant, and that's why it's so used. And that's all a VWAP is. Do you remember I explained this to you the other day? The VWAP, the volume weighted average. It basically just means that they're trading from 50%, right? It's 50% of price action as we speak. Okay, so whatever price is doing, whatever candles, whatever it is, it's just the VWAP is just follows the mean reversion of that. So 50% of this high or whatever, that's all it is. And they use that to trade, mate. That's what the banks use, the VWAP and mean reversion. So yeah, so if you're trading in line with the banks, you're laughing, right? If you can see a value area high, it's going to be above previous day's high. They use the daily profile as well. So if institutions are predominantly trading off the daily chart. Okay, so most of the analysis is done off the daily chart, and then they'll look to enter like 5 minute, 1 minute, something like that, 5 minute time frame, something like that. So you just want to be in line with them, right? So and that's why Turtle Soup's it's a good strategy, CRT, because if you look, I've tested this out as well. So if you're looking at a volume profile, there'll be volume above this high. Okay, so what that means is they'll be looking to short at the value area high. That's either the mean reversion or the top of previous day's high. Does that make sense? So exactly the formula we use, right, is exactly how a bank would or a prop firm would use it in the same thing. So if we're with the banks, we're laughing, right? I wish I knew this years ago. Honestly, I wish I'd paid more attention and I dug deeper and deeper into price. And I wish I found Trader Dante years ago as well, because do you know what I mean? There's been so much. I think even Romeo. So I've watched so much of Trader Dante's over and over again. I think Romeo got his idea for CRT from Trader Dante. So if you watch Trader Dante's stuff, he's got this thing that you want to see this. He explains exactly our strategy. And I was like, Romeo originally was banging on about CRT, was banging on about Trader Dante, right? He says now not to watch him, but in the original videos he was like, if you want to learn from a psychologist and all that, he says Trader Dante, right? And then I realised that his whole method is built from ICT and Trader Dante's last wick. What does he say? A failure. I can't remember what it's called now. Something like failure. Oh, anyway, I'll find it if you want to know. But it's something to do with a failure above a hold high, right? And that's where most people. And then he explains it with the volume weighted average. But bearing in mind, Trader Dante's been trading for 30 years, mate. 30 years, you know. So this is well before any like Romeo CRT stuff come in. This has been what prop firms use for 30 years. So yeah, so basically, I was having this conversation with ChatGPT yesterday, like how many people need to trade the same strategy before it becomes less of an edge. and I think it's never going to be done in retail. But what happens is if hedge funds and so basically if hedge funds and institution get hold of the retail, they then reverse engineer it to become liquidity. So all this posting on Twitter, Instagram, and all this, if you're trading a certain model and it doesn't align with the banks or hedge funds or institution, yeah, it will be targeted because they'll use it and then reverse engineer it to fit them to build liquidity models around it. Because they've got data analysts, they've got quants, they've got coders, they've got massive teams and risk analysts, strategists, everything, right? So they're constantly, if you can imagine, these people work fucking ridiculously hard, right? If you're in a hedge fund, right? So that's why they're constantly sharpening their edge all the time. You know, that's how much it takes to be and keep up with the trading. It's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. No, but that's why I don't trade contracts of difference, bro. I'll never trade contracts of difference ever again because the market is too manipulated, and every source of information that you get, so whatever broker you're using, is completely fucking different. It's not completely different, but it's heavily manipulated. So I was explaining this to Promise the other day, right? I'm I'm trading futures, and I will never trade anything else because it can't be manipulated. CME data cannot be manipulated by any source that puts it on a chart, right? So if they do that, they get fined fucking millions they get fined for doing that. So any professional trader out there is trading a futures chart. They're not trading CFDs. All right, MT. Because any prop firm, anything like that. Like I've got my mate. He trades to trade JP Morgan. I've got another friend who's in a hedge fund. It's all futures, and it's specifically for that reason, right? The data is all the same. So if I'm looking at a chart on futures, it's exactly the same as a professional trader, because if they do that, they get fucking fined a lot of money, and they won't be able to show the data anymore. So CFDs, contracts for difference. There's how many brokers is there? When you look at, when you're looking at, there's loads, isn't there? Awanda, FX, forex. Alright, yeah, there used to be a load more, but the Capital, IC Markets. There's so many. They've all got their own data feed, and they just fuck you over. Saxo, they're not producing. I bet if you look at all them charts all at one, and they're all slightly different. All the highs are slightly different. They're not at the same price. What's the fucking point? But if you look at a CME chart, and someone else is looking at a CME chart, it's guaranteed to be exactly the same. It doesn't matter what data feed you're using. Does that make sense, MT? So what do you mean? What Top Step, for instance? No, mate. Yeah. It's never gonna be volume on the actual CME data. No, it's never going to be a volume because it's all sim. It's right. That's why they say they're giving you rewards on until you go live. That's the reason why I was talking to Promise about Rain Capital potentially doing that instead of all the other bullshit, because they don't have any rules. It's a proper prop firm. Once you're with them, you're live. You get risk managers, all kinds of shit, right? Yeah, with Top Step, you're on sim until they put you on a live account. When you're on live account, then you're actually trading live market with their personal capital. So a very fucking good trader. Yeah, you have to be a fucking good trader. I think that the entry point, I was saying to Promise, right? I'm not there yet, mate. My model produces high risk to reward, but my execution is not as good as I need to be to perform under pressure to return back 20% in a month. Okay, so the first 30 days I have to perform with 20%, and then I get put onto the next stage, and that would be I would have to perform 20% in the next month as well. But I get as many retries as I want to perform at the next stage after that. And I also get institutional grade help, psychologists, all this kind of strategy managers, risk managers, all this kind of shit on the second stage. So for me, trying to develop my edge further, it's a good idea for me. That's why I've been looking at it. But it's not going to be something I do until 2026. I want to get Q4 out the way. I want to get a few fundings behind me, and then once I build up some more confidence, I'll go for that, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, you apply, and then I'll basically what I'll have to do is I'll have to pay $389 for the first thing. Then I'll probably have to sit some kind of I have to go into the office, right? I have to go into the office, explain my model as such. They give me risk parameters. They tell me more about what I'm trying to do and what you want to achieve. Then they see if you're fit for the company. It's basically Trader Dante's. It's something he's backed, right? That's why I'm interested in it, because I know if I can take my edge there, I don't want to give them my edge, granted, but I want to take it there, and I want to evolve it with like 40-year trading veterans, people that are making fucking millions of pounds. Do you know what I'm saying? So with that kind of, and I want to see the process. That's what I'm thinking. If I'm going to take this seriously as a career, which I fucking am, because I've been in it, involved in it for fucking years, trying to fucking make it work. So I want to take this seriously. So if I'm going to do that, I may as well, try and do that next year, where I can try and, hopefully succeed and getting that prop firm, because it's different to like Top Step and all that. They're not prop with their rules. All they're trying to do is fuck you with them rules. That the consistency rules. You can't do this. You have to trade every day. All this bullshit, right? It's crap. It's crap. It's all bullshit. They do that just to fucking trip you up, and that's not on, is it? Because it's not how trading is, right? If I want to take one setup a week or two setups a week, I should be allowed to take two setups a week and get paid for it, right? Well, that's it, isn't it? That's it, man. If you can hit, like Tuesday the 5th of August, right? I've just journaled, right? 6 hour SMT, Q3 trade, right? 20R, one trade, right? One trade, 20% in a month is very, very good. No one's getting them returns. No one's getting them returns. The two. Do you know what I mean? Not in one trade, and then you don't have to trade for the rest of the week. You don't. With this strategy, it's high risk to reward. You can be I want to be very selective. So when all my rules aren't met completely, I don't really care. Like I know something's going to come up. with all my rules met, and that's fine. I don't mind, because one trade a month is cool with me. I know I have to sit a lot of hours here, um, but there is potential when the markets come back. It was happening more frequently, right? So you'll be a bit more active. But yeah, you just got to decide what you want, right? With 20, if you hit 20R in the first week of the month, like, you don't really need to trade a lot more that month, do you? So you can take some time off, and then maybe come back on the days where there's going to be good trading, and there is. So you look at the forex calendar, high risk to reward, high news, key event risk days. You just go on, you just look on there, and then you pick out what days you want to trade, and then hopefully something. You can be more selective, right? Once you got bagged something like that. But yeah, it is hard. I'm obviously trying to build a bit of capital at the moment, so I want to try and take as much as possible, to be honest. So leading up to Christmas, it's not going to be that kind of scenario for me. I'm trying to improve my execution, become completely confident. Funded next is okay. So look, like, I can pass the challenge in one trade. I don't have no consistency rule. But when I'm funded with funded next, there's a 40% consistency rule. But okay, that doesn't bother me, because as soon as I'm funded, I can carry on just taking trades. I don't have to worry too much, because even if say you get four big trades, there's no consecutive days, by the way. So even if I get 4 or 5 big trades and they're all pretty similar, I'm just building a bigger pot. It's not, I haven't got to hit their fucking stupid rules in order to pass the challenge, to prove I can trade. So that's where it's a little bit different and a bit better for this model. Top Step, they still want fucking heaven and earth moved, which is just, it's ridiculous, basically. It's actually stupid. Yeah, it's not good. Are you going for funding, MT, or what are you doing? Have you got personal capital? Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, that's it, man. You just got to put in the work, right? Put in the work, try and get your head around the model. You're seeing it works. People are taking the trades. I'm taking the trades. It does work. We keep doing the back testing. Keep building the reps for yourself. And then eventually you can implement it, right? Yeah, I mean, if I get it with my, if I get, I'll go for my plan is, right. I want to try and get this. If I haven't done this next week, I'm going to be pissed off, to be quite frank, because I got a bit slack in the afternoons this week, and it's not good. So I'm going to try and fix that, tailor my eating to a bit, eating habits and all this, trying to not get lethargic in the afternoon. Um, and then yeah, well, hopefully by then I'll start another 2 more, right? So I can try and get, you can have 300 grand up to under thing. So that'll be the next stage. Yeah. So hopefully we can all do that together and just pass it and get it done. There's another geezer actually, Ivy. He's from London as well. He's fairly good with. He's fairly good. So hopefully, I don't know. He was meant to join us today, but never mind. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just go from there, man. We just got to keep grinding, right? Keep grinding. You'll get there, man. If it's gonna be, it's there, right? It's the possibilities are there. The model works, right? So it's a really good model, and you just keep doing the reps. I mean, if you're working during the day, MT, just keep checking in. Just keep checking in, right? And maybe you can put an alert on. Maybe I'll set up a thing for you, and can you set an alert on a channel? Can you do that? I don't know. You can't. Yeah, I might be able to do that with an onboarding thing. So I'll have a. Yeah, I'm not very good at Discord, but maybe I can. But if I can, set up an alert for you on premium market desk with analysis or even entries or something like that, so you can just quickly have a look or something, and maybe potentially just see how price is forming, and then you get the alert for that. Yeah. Right, gentlemen, I think I'm going to go and break for a little bit. I will come back to this. You don't have to join me if you don't want to, but I'm going to go and get something to eat, and then I'll probably do another couple of hours or something just to finish this. How many days have I got left? Yeah, quite a few. Fucking hell. Yeah, I've still got quite a few, right? So I'm going to go grab something to eat, and then I'm going to come back. I'll post a link in, and I'll go live if you want. If not, we'll talk next week. Yeah, I'll post a link if you want to join. I'm going to do it anyway, so it's no bother to me.